the speakeasy shadows will warm up your soul. Raise your glass high, let the laughter resound. With friends by your side, we'll turn this night around. No snitches or leftists, just a bond so strong. In Jervis Place, we'll sing our own song.
Hello! Time to go work on my truck. I got some parts for the tailgate. I also have the leveling kit. Raise the front end up 2 inches, but I'm not going to try to tackle that myself. I'm going to have that done. It involves taking the struts out. I just don't feel like messing with it. But I got the tailgate dampener. Plus I also have some parts for the four-wheel drive actuator I want to check out and see if it needs replaced. Other than that, here we go. This is the shock absorber thing for the tailgate dampening. I didn't know how it worked until I looked it up on YouTube. But this is actually behind the passenger side tail light inside the fender, and it connects to the hinge on the tailgate. Then it connects up to a little ball joint up inside there behind the tail light. Well, this thing froze up, and then I forced it, so it broke the little ball joint off. New. Here's the new little. I had to order those little ball studs for the thing. Here's the shock absorber, and then the new hinge for the tailgate. We're gonna put all that on. Here's the hinge where I have to replace that piece there. Looks like I'm going to need a star, some sort of star socket. I hope I got it. Then these are 8mm, I think, bolts to take the tail light out. And I'll have to lift part of this tailgate off and kind of support it somehow. Take that off, and I'll take this off and replace it with that new piece. And that's about it. Alright, we'll see what we can do here. I figure out something to sit this on. Just gotta go up like this. And up and out. Like that. I think it'll sit there just fine. As long as I don't go bumping it. Yeah, it'll work. Take this on here. And stick these in my watch pocket so I don't lose them. Alright, let's see if I can take this off without breaking it again. There's a little tab up in here. Oops, I'm going to end up messing my tailgate up. Okay, there's that. There we go. Take that off so it doesn't get broke. As you can see, right in there is a little place for a ball mount. And down here, let me move this around. Down in there, you see the old hinge. So, I'm going to fix that. Take this off here, stick it right there. This is the size I need for that. Hopefully this fits. Right in there. There it goes. Tighten it nice and snug. There it is. New mount. I found the right size piece here I need, so I can get these loose. Looks like we might need to go bigger than that. I'm going to take the extension off. It'll come off hard. I'll put a little penetrating oil on that. WD-40. What would might have to use need a bigger ratchet than this is. See if we can get this off here. Fucker doesn't want to turn, does it? Huh. Is this the right size? Yeah, it should. The air ratchet. I've never used this. We'll see what happens. Well, I've tried to unscrew that with the ratchet, and it's pretty tight. I do have my air ratchet here. I'm going to try that out, see what happens. Hopefully I don't mess anything up. This is going to be fun. I got the compressor going right now to get this about ready to go. It says maximum tool pressure is 90 psi, so I got to change the regulator to make it 90 psi. We'll see how that thing works. I bought that a long time ago and never actually used it. Time to give her a try. I guess that's not going to work, is it? Huh. Well, that ain't going to work. I think it's about useless. Oh well. Well, that's not cool. Yep. Hopefully we can get it back on there. There. Fuck. I knew this was gonna be this thing's being a pain in the arse. Let me take this off of here. Put it back on one of these little ratchets here. Everything's going off hard all the way. My goodness. Okay, now we're talking. I got this. I found a little adapter for this little impact wrench. Now I can probably get down in there and get that damn thing. Maybe. Ta-da. About fucking time. Excuse my French. These little plastic tabs on here that are being a pain in my ass. This thing's got to be so difficult. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Ta-da! What a pain in the arse. I'm going to coat these good with WD-40. I'll find the other one. I don't know where the other one went to. There it is. And this thing too. There. That was a total pain in the ass. I gotta figure out. I do have a swivel socket, so I get down in there with that small impact to put those back in. I'm almost stripped the one out using the big impact. I don't know where I get to get more bolts. I don't know if I got anything that would actually fit that or not. But yeah, that was a pain in the rear. I'm going to add the other one here in a few minutes. Go from there. All right, let's put this other one in. So that goes in like this. There we go. I think I put this one on the bottom because it's not as stripped as that one. This is floating, the back part floats, so I have to make sure I have it adjusted just right. Now, like they say on the YouTube videos, this is a 10-minute job. I guess for real mechanics, unlike me. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, it's gonna work a lot better, I think. Maybe not. That was noisy. I think what we're going to go ahead and do is put the tailgate in the hinge and make sure it shuts right. And then we'll put the shock absorber on there. Alright, move these over here out of the way. Back over there. And pick this up. There we go. Beautiful. Make sure the tailgate shuts right. Oh yeah, we're good. I'm gonna put this back on there. Let's see if I can get this to work. Get this one close on there. Okay. And wouldn't you know it, it doesn't fit. There's no way. Unless that goes down even more. Let's see what we got here. We use the remote to open the tailgate. Look at that. Would you look at that? All fixed. Brand spanking new. Awesome. Alright, time to put the tail light back on. See, I broke that tab. I put some Gorilla Glue on it, but it didn't stick. It ain't hurt nothing being not exactly right. Oh, don't break that one. So it's got to go in like that, and then got to go in like that. I think that's it. Put the lime nickel. We'll stick the little screws in. I got the two little screws here. They go in there. Don't drop it, Jerry. Wrong way. Uh-oh. It's not on there right. There we go, dropping it. didn't want to break any of these taillights because these things are like $400 a piece. Because it's got the motion sensors in them for the backup assist. If they were just regular taillights, I wouldn't have to worry about it. That one. And here goes that one. That'll work. Greetings. Ta-da! Well, that turned out pretty good. It looks really nice in there. I almost stripped those little star bolts out, but got her fixed. Tail lights back in. Let's see if I did any damage to the tailgate by laying it down on the bumper. I think we're all right. One more try here. Oh, it's the wrong button. This one does this one right here. Ta-da! Yeah, I didn't know how this dampening thing worked. I thought it was like a spring inside of here. I kept spraying WD-40 in there because it looked like it was kind of messed up. So I didn't know nothing about it because it stopped working. It started acting funny, not working quite right. Then it just froze. About halfway down, it wouldn't go down anymore. So finally I forced it, which I heard a big snap. And evidently what happened, it snapped that little ball off this, and this was just flopping around inside there. As you can see, yeah, of course it is 16 years old, or maybe even older than that. But yeah, this thing was pretty mangled up. I bent it when I forced it. There, if you look, there's a vacuum check valve. There's a solenoid right there. So when you put it in full drive, solenoid releases vacuum, and there's hub actuators on the actual hubs, and that they are spring loaded. So when there's no vacuum, they engage the hubs for full drive. When you turn it to two-wheel drive, it uses the engine's vacuum to suck those actuators in. And that way they spin freely and not the whole shaft. Well, they go bad. I had the driver's side replaced. Cost a fortune. Passenger side seems to be okay, but the vacuum seems kind of weak, so I'm going to check to see what kind of vacuum pressure we have on that, and go from there. Truck up, see what kind of vacuum we get. Replace this right now. It seems to be working fine. See what happens when I put it in full drive. Vacuum went away. Put it back in two-wheel drive, make sure it works. Vacuum's back up. That's good. That's that.